today I finally decided to make the organza dress that I have saved some pictures, inspiration pictures that I found online. I got this organza fabric very long time ago. This organza it's 114 for 3 meters and 16. I bought 3 meters, but the lady, she was nice and cut off 16 centimeters more. So for us that's so a lot. We know that it's very kind. So anyway, I have these inspiration pictures for a very long time, and I always want to make this organza dresses that has no lining. I was thinking to make something like, and because I want the dress to put over all the outfits, I will print my pattern like one size bigger than I have, because I want to be like this. And here's the knee length, so I want the ruffles to be here before my knees. So I'm not that specialist in drawing, but and I don't know if I have enough organza, but if I have, I definitely want some ruffles here. So that's my idea. And at the back I want around like this, because I don't want to have like a closure at the back, like zipper or button or anything like that. So I just want to put on the dress and off easily. So that's why I also make one size bigger, because I really want to feel like flowy, you know, like just like a cover up dress. So that's my idea. So I don't know how this dress is gonna turn on, but yeah, let's see. Okay, now let's talk about pattern. If you want to make this dress, and if you have like a basic pattern like this mini that I my mini version is just to fit on my screen, and here it is, you know, you have like this basic pattern with darts and all, and what I suggest, if you can print like one size bigger, I think in my case I want one size bigger, because I think it's going to be more flowy, it's going to be easy to put on and off, since the dress is not going to have zippers or bottoms. And also if you want to put over all the outfits, like a t-shirt that is a bit like loose fitting, and a denim, for example, you know. So you can take like a basic pattern, or if you don't want to print another like bigger size, you can just make a little bit bigger at the armhole, and then you can just make from there for your basic pattern this A-line part of the dress. Okay, so but I'm gonna link on my descriptions. I found a company that they have like this pattern included, even the ruffles. So I didn't get, because I would prefer to change mine. I have a lot of patterns, so I'm trying to low cost my sewing here. So anyway, this is another option. You can also copy pattern from a shirt you have that fits well too, so it's very easy. So just like take your shirt and put on the table, take a plastic, transparent plastic, and copy the lines. So it's another option, you can also do that. And another thing I would say, when you change the pattern, so make sure that you don't make like low back and low the neckline, because otherwise the shoulder will fall. So you have to decide, is going to be the front, like to have like a deep neckline, or is gonna be at the back, because both is fall. Otherwise also you can do both, but you need to put on something at the back to secure that this the shoulder stripes will not fall while you're wearing the dress. Okay, so I'm gonna start to cut on my pattern pieces. And another suggestion, please try when you're doing this kind of dresses, try another fabric. Like, I recommended you to buy cheap fabrics from thrifting stores, like bed sheets, for example. You can just buy from thrifting store, wash them. If it's 100% cotton, you can just wash like warm water, and you can try to make your nice clothes before you sew on the expensive fabric or on a nice fabric, because things can go wrong. So I did myself in this case because I really want to make sure that I could like take the dress on and off, and without the need for a zipper or a bottom, like I said. So let's start cut the fabric. So I moved to the floor, so because of my table wasn't possible. And the fabric you see on top is the pattern that I made on this fabric. Like, it's the test I made. But even though I tested, I really want a little bit more wider here in the end. So I'm gonna keep up there. And do like this. So here's the back, here's the front. I just want to see if it's the same length compared to this point here. So a little bit, draw a little bit longer. So, and he's matching. Yeah. Very important, pin around before you cut off. So we have the front and we have the back. So I'm gonna sew French seams at the shoulders, and I'm gonna sew French seams at the side seams. There's right sides together, and then I'll turn and sew one more time. So all sewn together, side seams. Inside I'm gonna show you how it looks like the French seams. Look like this. And the shoulder seams look like this. Now I'm going to measure here at the bottom of my dress, and I'm gonna start to cut off the stripes that I'm gonna sew together to sew here. And I think also I'm gonna go ahead and sew at the neckline, always the neckline at the back, the bias, because I don't want to stretch here while I'm working with the bottom of the dress. Or we can also give it like a straight stitch very close to this, to the corner, to not miss the shape of the fabric. Also works well. I did the dress already, right? It is. So this first outline, it's done, it's cut, and I also sew at the side seams. And then I'm gonna show you example how my fabric, pretend that it's my fabric, 114 for 316 centimeter, okay? And here's the grain line. Organza has no stretch whatsoever for any of the sides. So what I did, I cut my dress that way. Pretend he's like the front, he's the back, right? And then when I finished to cut all this, my pieces for the A-line dress, I was left with like a long stripe that is 3 meters, 316 centimeters, okay? So I measure here, and it's, I think, is going to be a very nice enough gathering ruffles to gather to make the ruffles, okay? So I think it's going to be enough. So I'm very happy for that, because sometimes you need to take the stripes like this and sew all of them together to make a very long stripe, or you know, tie for the ruffles. So in this case I won't need that, so it saved like maybe 1.5 hours work here. So I'm happy for that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to cut this long organza piece and make the nice hemi. I'm gonna show you how I make the narrow hemi myself, and then I'm gonna gather, and then I'm gonna sew here together with French seams. So that's it. So let's see. So I'm gonna show you a very good tip to make a very nice narrow hemi, especially in organza. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put my foot here, like 0.5 centimeter. Let me just put it right here. So I'm gonna sew like, it's just like a straight stitch. I'm not folding anything. So you're gonna just give a straight stitch, like 4 millimeter to cat hair everywhere. I don't know if you can see. Look, there it is. It's just like a straight stitch. So I'm gonna do this in all my hemming. So I hope you can see what I'm doing here, because it's very hard actually to film when you're sewing. So you did all the straight stitch all the way to the hemming, right? And now I'm gonna fold here exactly where you did the stitch, and then I'm gonna fold one more time. Then I'm gonna only this beginning I'm gonna put inside on my machine. Takes a little bit practice, but this part was very cute. So 2 gather stitches here on this long on this 3 meters fabric that I'm gonna sew into the eyeliner dress, right? So I noticed that his was very bad fabric because it was close from the grain line, so it's fine. I just sew here like the 2 gathering stitches, and then my plan is to sew here after this one here together with the dress, and then I'm gonna cut off the rest. I'm gonna cut off here, and then I'm gonna zigzag. I'm gonna remove this stitch and zigzag the left of the fabric to look nicer. I think I'm gonna use, I have a lot of stitches on my sewing machine, so I'm probably gonna use one of them that it looks like overlock. So I used this thread because I think it's going to be easy to remove. So it's easy to see in the black fabric, right? So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna gather, and then I'm gonna sew here already and finish the seams with zigzag stitch. So it's time for the flutter sleeves that I really want to have them. So I will at least try. So let's see how we ended up. I already cut them here. So I pinned before I cut everything very close where I want to cut, so the fabric is not going to move. So I'm gonna show you how I did. I measure here and was around 51 centimeter, and then I got 1 meter here of fabric, and I did a kind of half moon. This is the pattern, so very easy. The flutter sleeves, they are very easy and very cute, so I like. And in hemming, I have a plan to hemming here in this curve with this horsehair braid. I have just a small piece and I found them, and I want the flutters to stand up, this gathery flutters to stand up a little bit more, to be more dramatic. So I'm gonna sew them here, okay? And then after, I'm gonna give 2 gathery stitches here and gather and sew around the armhole. And to finish the seams, I did myself bias. You can buy ready, but I don't have black ones, so I did mine is 2.5 centimeters. So I'm gonna iron them now to look like this. I'm gonna them to finish like a half centimeter, and then I'm gonna sew them after catching all the seam allowance from the flutters and from the armhole. So this is my plan. I hope that's going to work. So the flutters looks like this now. So I did 2. And oh, I didn't, let me show you how. So the middle point is 21. So just for you to know, I did mine here is 21 centimeter from here to here, and from here to here 1 meter. Okay, so I'm gonna finish the flutters and show you how it looks like. So I sew here, now fold here. I cut off a little bit the hem here, and then I will catch, let me, here. I'll put all the seam allowance inside, and I will fold. Then when you turn, this is the right side, because I'm standing in the weird position here. So here is. Let me do again. Then we're gonna fold, catch all the seam allowance here, like this, and then we're gonna sew here, and then to the other side it's going to look like here. I'm gonna fold and pin. So I don't know if you can see, but I stitch on my sewing machine that it looks like overlock. Is this one here? I use this one, the number 14, and then after I use the 18, and then after I use the zigzag stitch. So it's a lot of stitches. If you don't have overlock machine, you can definitely fake one on your sewing machine, or if you have only like zigzag stitch, you can definitely go around maybe three times to make nicer. I should maybe use the bias around this skirt here, but it's going to take a very long time. It's another option, but looks pretty also with the fake overlock stitch. I think I maybe need to go one more time. So the organza, it's annoying me this time because it comes a lot of piece, like looks like a hair. And I think I got allergic because I'm coughing a lot in making this dress. So anyway, so the dress is ready. I think I'm just gonna go around one more time here with zigzag stitch, just to make sure that you look nicer when you're wearing the dress. And I will take pictures. Thank you for watching. I hope you like it, and I hope you make one for yourself. Bye.
Catch a glimpse of me. Don't you worry, it's okay to take a peek. See the magic words now, pretty please. Yeah, we try to hide it, and you've gotten curious. So let your feelings out, stop playing dumb. 'Cause you know